Ani bazalwane, thokozani bogogo nomkhulu on this blessed Sunday. Ngiyavusela kunina nonke. Nje nogatsheni bakithi Ndlovu bangihlangabeze. Bangihlangabeze ngoba ngifuna ukukhuluma ngedwa ngicela ukukhuluma namadlozi akithi. So ngiyavusela nje impela kogatsheni obaye bengathi abusongomsombuluko wompongo ozingelwayo. Nina abantu makwande. Ngiyavusela kunina bomakhanya. Yo! I'm not today. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that. I'm just so frustrated on this beautiful Sunday. I'm frustrated. I'm sorry about the delay. And then I just get other news and then I'm just distracted. But the topic I wanted to speak about is Intwaso. And before I forget, koni video that I trying to upload it again. So mengang ukuthi nje new viewer, new viewer and ikhona ukuthi iqale phansi iphinde build up my viewership, and please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. I think ngaba clear ukuthi guys, when it comes to my comments that I need phakathi, I don't do them. And also benginesicelo la bazalwane, please mekuthi angikulaphi, please don't call me at 9 10 in the evening, 8:30 in the evening, uning WhatsApp caller. Please don't do that. Ngabe ngisize kakhulu. Siluleni lapho Shabalala ngicela uzongijoyina kule nkulumo because I think ukuthi nawe ukhona uvo lu 1 2 3 uzolibeka. Shabala. Siyavusela. Ngiyavusela. Shabala. Odonga lamavuso. Siyavusela sena. I-topic namhlanje that I want to speak about was Intwaso. And the khona izinto engifuna ukuzindlala because I think nami sengifikela ngithi you know, and a lot of these things, I tend to have personal conversations with people. Maybe figure, for example, abantu abazothwasa like higher. I usually have conversations about them with this, but ngithi nje angishintshe today ngindlalele because sithwasa manje sibancane, sithwasa manje we have histories of ukuthi emakhaya ethu amasiko awagcinwa into eningi asisazi, you know, singene ephehlweni si-blank nje, you know. And I think there are things that abantu banama misconceptions about, you know. There's a lot, in fact, that people have misconceptions about, that they lack understanding of when it comes to Intwaso, you know. And the reason why I'm getting back video leyana, as much as you know, yeah, deletega, and it links to this because what is your co-initiation, right? Mekuthi fanele uyovusa amandiki namandala uyovusa ubukhosi bakho in terms of Intwaso, uthi okay fanele uyothwasa ubumakhosi, fanele uyothwasa ubumakhosi, or fanele uyovusa umnguni nomdzawu wakho, uyothwasa ke lokho, othokoza ufanele uyovusa ubucamagu bakho uhambe uyothwasa lokho, you know, uyoqaqa isithunywa, uyophakamisa isithunywa sakho, kufanele ukuthi uyowenza lokho kuphela. That's the first line of understanding when it comes to ukwenza izinto zabadala, you know. And khona abantu indlela yabo engakahlahleki, ngendlela engakaqaqeki, ingakabi ukuthi imbuleleke. So those people, I always say to them ukuthi bona abantu abadala idla igobongo, when there's unclarity, when there's a level of ungaboni kahle, you know, ngiye ngisho ukuthi igobongo leli lasekhaya, leli eliphehlo lekhaya, ulishayele ekhaya, uliphothule ekhaya. Lelo gobongo lelo mekuthi ka unayo indawo, then lelo gobongo uyakhona ukuthi udlele la ulashwa khona enyangeni, yabo. Mekuthi you don't have a home to do igobongo lakho at, or uthole ukuthi ekhaya bahambiselana nezinto zabadala, yabo, then obviously uyakwazi ukuthi igobongo leli libalekile because mekuthi akakacace kahle indlela yakho, you know, lelo gobongo liyakhona ukuthi likwembulele ukuthi uhambo lakho limiphi, right? We done there. Lelo gobongo lo 3 months. I think in my videos I've been very explicit ukuthi lelo gobongo lo 3 months. So ngikuchaze lo 3 months. Nyanga 1, nyanga 2. Siyalishaya ukhambe, whether umndiki umndawo isithunywa, or whether umndiki umndawo inona, however ezobekwa ngawo umuntu okwenzelayo, or kuba umndiki nomndawo kuphela. Bese isithunywa senzelwa iladi ngoba abantu bayahluka in terms of ukuthi badingane, yabo. Abanye uthola ukuthi inkambe ezothi kuphela umndiki umndawo, and then isithunywa kwenziwa iladi, uyayibona. Uma ulidla lokhamba, ulidla lihlukanisiwe umndiki nomndawo. Masusu, and then in the 3rd month lezo inkamba ziyahlanganiswa zibe kukhambo luyi-1 ulishayele khona. Yizwa lento. So in the 3rd month into ikhambo lu-1, so in 1 bucket, suke selihlanganiswa lapho, bese ke uyalishaya ke uzumbuleleke izinto abayifuna abadala ukuthi kuzuliphothula. So for example, imbuzi yakho bazokukhombisa yona ephupheni, and whatever else abazokukhombisa. But the biggest thing is to know ukuthi what goat ozophothula ngayo lelo gobongo. Okay, sharp. Lelo gobongo, we are done. It's quite simple. Either udlela kahle kahle kuyigobongo eshawele ekhaya. Then we come to isimo sentwaso. All right. There's a trend that happens. Somebody mina, for example, mezongena ephehlweni nami. I'm a firm believer with him. Moya ngena entwaseni, ne? You don't go where you are threatened, where it says, okay, you're gonna die tomorrow, you need to come into petrol now. It doesn't work like that. The only person that's supposed to threaten you is Idlos Lako. Not me as a healer. Yes, I'll save this life. Yeah, but not me as a healer. I cannot say to you when you come in and velu ukuthi usuhlushwe intwaso. Ngithi kuwena, you know what? You can't go home. You need to stay here now, and then your family, will be contacted, and then they need to bring what you need. Awukwazi ukuhamba la ekhaya, fanele ungene ephehlweni. It does not work like that. You cannot be threatened into uphehlo. Because number one, that person is right to you. It doesn't always have to be umuntu omphuphile. Ugobela wako isn't always gonna come in a vision or in a dream, isibonakaliso, whatever the case. Not all gobela, not all people that need to initiate, they're gonna see their gobelas that way. Sometimes umuntu just needs to feel right to you. Where there's a deep connection, even though you don't know where it's rooted, but you feel no. We need to make space for those people. So ugobela wako needs to feel like that. If you are a healer and that healer says to you, you can't leave, you need to stay here until whatever, that's not okay. Because there are some people Intwaso, but akakabi isikhathi ukuthi bathwase, and I'm not saying that for the people that like to run away from Intwaso yabo, kuvela ukukhuluma ikubona, there needs to be communication prior to them going into Intwaso. Khona izinto ofanele ukuthi mazenzeke prior to them going into Intwaso. And so it's not for us as healers to interfere with the process and be like, no, you are no longer going in where you need to be here. Already there's a problem there. I can't threaten you into staying. It doesn't work like that. Number 2, as a person, okufanele athwase, you cannot be somebody who in your mind kuduma ucansi bazalwane. You know, idlozi and sex are not something that goes hand in hand. There's something you need to understand when it comes to Intwaso. It is there to uqebula all that is not right within your life, and it comes with abstaining. That's why you even abstain certain foods. Certain foods are not conducive for Intwaso yako. You know, so you abstain them. You know, you go. It's like you go through a purification process, more to us. So mawuzothwasa and go through that purification process. But when usabambelele into zasemhlabeni, number one, network is a little bit quiet, but okay. Okay, so we've touched on this for sure. Me and Jabba have been together for this year, it's 13 years now. And prior to Minange Intwasen, we had a hella difficult time within our relationship. There was a lot of things phazamisa as abantu. In fact, the only time our relationship was great was the first 2 years of our relationship. After that, it was just downhill. But uthando lalukhona, lalibambelela. Ngisho ungasafanele ngabe lalibambelela, kodwa lalibambelela. You know. So when isikhathi ukuthi ngithwase came, literally we sat down and had a conversation. That I cannot be going through this with you or back and forth. I think I don't know if we talked about it in the previous video. Umbawa wami ran away. Every time fana zolobola ekhaya wayibaleka, you know. So I'm telling you, look, your runaway tactics are no longer relevant anymore. Angisakwazi ukulokhu ukulinda umuntu who doesn't know whether they want to be with me or not. So kuze sikwazi ukuthi nje sisheshe sikhululane. Njoba wazi ukuthi umuntu umethwasa uzila ucansi. I don't want you to use that as an excuse ukuthi me and you are no longer having sex, so that's why you cheated on me. Because trust and believe, bazalwane, when you're in a relationship with somebody and they wena usephehlweni bona bekho phela ngethephehlweni ba in the outside world dealing with outside things, uzobaphupha if they cheat on you, uzobaphupha if they sleep with somebody, uzokhonjiswa nje ukuganga umuntu ezokwenza. That's why people always joke ukuthi difficult ukuthandana nesangoma ngoba mosathi uyaganga, ayi nanti idlozi lithi wenzani, you know. Usabathe uthi idlozi lila lunogada, you know. So people, difficult it is to be in a relationship with me and you not having sex as the excuse as to why you cheated, you know. Let's not do this. So we were very clear from the beginning ukuthi if efuna ukuhamba, now is the time ukuthi ahambe, you know. But if ezohlala, then he must know ukuthi I need him to be faithful to me. I need him, you know, to support me in all that's gonna happen with me and all the things I'm gonna go through. I need that. We are able, and I need him to understand ukuthi I'm gonna need space, you know, to figure myself out as well. Because unfortunately, uphehlo awub nomuntu kanje. It's umuntu nomuntu nento zakhe. Yabo. So I think that is something that people don't truly understand in its depth. So if wena uzozama ukubambelela kumuntu ojola naye, umuntu oshade naye, noma umuntu entshontshana naye, I don't care what you guys are doing. Whatever that you guys are doing, mozozama ukubambelela ukuthi thwasa ngiyazila or ngihlofuzana lo muntu, then you're not ready for this. And you shouldn't be going through this process. I don't care ukuthi idlozi likuhlupha kangakanani. Mekuthi awukakafuni ukuxebuka kwinto zamhlaba. Mongakafuni ukuxebuka kwinto zamhlaba, you have no business in doing anything ehlangene nedlozi. Yayizwa lento. Because at the end of the day, uzama ukulapha inkinga number one that you know were never part of, that were way before your time. Uzama ukulapha inkinga as a person obuphila. Uzama ukulapha inkinga that's family family caused or family I hope inside numbers alone. Yeah, but you cannot be wondering about what's happening with us. At the end of the day, having seen that with my relationship and others, you know, idlozi liyakwazi ukuyibethelela relationship. Idlozi liyakwazi ukuyibethelela relationship ukuthi iqine ibambe ikwazi ukuthi prosperation ilunge ibe right without your interference. Fortunate process of utwasa and afterwards usuyisangoma, or usuyinyanga. There's a lot of things that change within you. So I think it becomes a choice ukuthi as much as it was ngakuhlupha, but if you're not in a mental space and an emotional space to say, no matter what happens, and no matter what I lose, I'm going to go through what I need to go through in order to come out the other side. Because at the end of the day, I can tell you this. If somebody is not going to support you or somebody is not going to be with you when you go through something like Intwaso, lo muntu lo akanasi stamina to support you through life. Because impilo inzima bazalwane, impilo iyodwa nje inzima. So when you go through Intwaso, it tests your relationship early. um and it tells you what kind of person you are with. Eskolweni some I've seen it all. When it comes to Amatwas, I have seen it all. you know and the biggest thing I found into wisabantu kakhulu was sex. you know and for me it then questions the relationship ukuthi uthanda nobani okhala ngokuthi asakwazi ukuthi alale nawe. Uthandana nobani okhala ngokuthi this is gonna take too long. Yabo, they cannot hold on for that period until uzuphumelele. Because at the end of the day, when you put it was first, it will make sure it takes care of everything else for you. I think I've spoken about this with me and I had nothing. Like, look, I had been paralyzed for almost 2 years. I had no clothes. I had one angazi futhi ukuthi ingubo zami ngizothi zayaphi bazalwane futhi ngiqale ngangibuza angazi. I had one pair of sweatpants khona ibhlu engangigqokele ile tracksuit. In fact, it wasn't even mine, kwakuyela elabhuti wami walishiyela uma wesenika mina. I didn't have underwear anymore. Ungangibuza ukuthi amaphinti amayaphi angazi, adabuka wonke avele nje aguga aba angazi abisimanga. So uma had to give me panties, and then I had one t-shirt that I wore, and then ngibuye ngigqoke mhlawumbe ngithathe into zami because isinormal besigqokelana. So ngibuye ngithathe ingubo zami endala. Ngingena ephehlweni njalo. So ngisephehlweni lalela uma wathi Ntombi ngathi uzozibona ukuthi wenze njani, because mina angikwazi ukukuthwasisa. I can't afford it. The only thing I could afford was, or the only thing my mom could afford was ukuthi ngingene ephehlweni. So leyo mali leyo ikhipha yokungqongqoza nezinto zokuthi fanele ithengwe zahlangana. But after that, khona lento, that's what she actually said to me. What it needs to carry you, ukwazi ukuthi uphothule because anginayo imali. Ukwazi ukuthi uthwasa uqede because idla imali. Yabo, mina I don't have money for that. So it did that. If ningakwazi bazalwane to trust ukuthi amadlozini will carry you through Intwaso yakho, you have no business going to Intwaso. And the reason why ibalekele yazi idlozi lakwazi ukuthi likujikele livele kube ngathi uthagathiwe is that likushaye ngesichitho ugijima isichitho usabathe uyaslapheki because of izenzo zakho. Manje, I want to make it clear because I think it's enough that I've seen this, and I hope ukuthi people are gonna make better choices and basheshe bazama Intwaso, because lento yenu, there's a reason why mina mengikhuluma umuntu efuna ukushiya ephehlweni lakhe ezothwasa kumina ngoba nakho ebona ugogo uThandi uyamchaza ugogo uThandi, and I look like I'm sweet and all of that, even though I am those things, but nami nginazi into zami. And that's why ngingamthatha umuntu mina uphuma kulonyo phehlo engagezanga engaphelelisanga khona. Must ukuthi uphelelise kugobela wakho oqala. Mekuthi befanele uphothule igobongo lakho sikusela insuku, then you do that. Phothula umbathise ukhiphe izibizo zakhe uhlukane naye kahle. Lento yena ukushiya nivuza amagazi enzila from ophehlolweni ningayithathanga zingachithwanga ngendlela. Lento yenu yokuthi ningene bese ningaqedi, those things are very, very problematic. Mina, I think I've explained. Ugobela wami wayengithwebula, wayengenza imikhuba ejulile, but ngahamba kuyena ngimshiye clean, ngimphothulile, engigezile, engenzile izinto afanele mangenze. Kagobela 2 ngashiya nakhona ngigezile izinto zami ngimphelelelisile, ngamshiya nje. That if I decide at any given even though that will never happen because wow, kodwa nje, if I decided to do that, I'm in a position where I can because I didn't burn that bridge. I didn't do into ukuthi kube ngathi sixabene. I didn't do izinto ukuthi ngimshiye umuntu engithakatha ngenhliziyo. Ngisho ngingangithakatha ngomuthi, but angithakatha ngenhliziyo because at the end of the day, noma kuthiwa umuntu ukwenza kabi, it's not for you to deal with that person. Uyabona, makuthi unedlozi, uyazi ukuthi unedlozi, idlozi lizodila nomuntu owenza into wrong kuwena when it comes to ukuvusa umsebenzi wabo. Uyabona, idlozi melibona ukuthi hayibo lo muntu uphambanisela umntanami, lizodila naye accordingly. It's not your position to be the most. I think I've said this before. As much as ogobela bayasinyisa, but namathwasa anamanga. Amathwasa anamanga axakile, anamanga ungazudabani wona. I cannot be in a position where I'm educating and explaining things when it comes to izinto zedlozi, and then still have people who've watched all my videos. For example, you've watched every single video I have, and then say to me, ubungazi. Uyabo. That's the level of lying sometimes I find. They've watched every video, but they found themselves doing something that I said, you know. Then I must believe like high. So, Bazalwane, if you know you're not ready for to know to saying the standard, you are leaving your old life behind. There are gonna be changes that are gonna happen. You know. And this notion ukuthi or misconception yabantu ukuthi ukuthwasa it's to ihlukanisa imshado, ihlukanisa ama relationship. There's no such thing. If iwahlukanisa ngabe mina ngisahleli nalomuntu ngabe mhlawumbe ade ngamuva on, you know. But because idlozana nkinga nomuntu othandana naye, you know, you can even sometimes pick the person. Sometimes idloza likhethele lithi ngoba ngimkhethile lo, wothi sihambe ngalo line lo hamba ngayo. But the minute that person uqala uyakuphazamisa esimeni sakho sempilo, idlozi lizomchitha. So now you angry ukuthi idlozi likususa kumuntu ongakweseki. Idlozi likususa kumuntu who doesn't truly have your best interest at heart. Usifisela uthando lu right, uthando lu pure. Because at the end of the day, if umuntu ekuthanda, abantu abakuma relationship that are long term, ama relationship omendo, ama relationship umshado, you know, idlozi alikaze lithi ngizodiliza. But mekuthi lo muntu onaye does not support, you know, isimo sakho lokuthi this person was not supporting you. And Intwaso, you can only tailor make it up. I'll tell you, Bazalwane, very honestly, khona abala out here where they will want nothing of you. Awuze phehlweni uzofunda ukuthi nokuthi kwenziwa kanjani. Funa imali yakho uyakhangeza. Anandaba. You are absent, you don't participate entweni zedlozi, akanankinga uzolokhu ekuphothula nje enza izinto ukuthi uyazi or awazi, that's not their problem. Bona nje bakhangeza isandla, you know. And for me that is a disservice. Hence why I don't tolerate it, because at the end of the day, masu usuphothulile, say hlampe asithi, it's two situations that can happen. The first can be idlozi lakho livele likuvala ukuthi ungasebenzi edlozini. Uphothulile but you awunalutho, awunayikhwama, you have nothing. Yabo. Awazi umuntu ukuthi uma uqala uyamthinta umthinta kanjani, uma uthi uyaqala uyamhlola umhlola kanjani, you know nothing. Uyayizwa le idlozi livele lithi, you know what, lo muntu uzosihlaza as a healer, so let me just make sure ukuthi akalaphi muntu. That's the first option. The other option, idlozi livele libukise ngawo lithi mina ngangiyothwasa ukuthi ngisebenze, so livele lifaka abantu esigodlweni sakho, lifaka abantu emsamo wakho, wena dololo ukwazi ukulapha. Now you going around telling people ukuthi urojo ugobela akakufundisanga akwenzanga ukuthi akwenzanga ukuthi, but it's not ugobela's responsibility, it's yours. Ugobela mekuthi ethi kwenza ukuthi and you decide not to participate, that's on you. They can't force you. They can't make you do something you don't want to do. If you're supposed to be here for whatever reason and you choose not to come, you can't then go around saying it's your gobe. But you are choosing not to be there. You know. Like, let's be very, very honest. Intwaso, you need to go there knowing you're going to go participate. You're going to go shed who you once were, you know, for who you must become. You are going there to be born again into ukuphelela kwakho. Yabo. So aligning you as the person and you as idlozi. You are going there ukuyofunda. Just like you go to school, you go through your grades, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. You go through those grades and you go through the subjects in order ukuthi ube educated, ube equipped, ukudila nomhlaba nemsebenzi. So nasedlozini, when you go to Intwaso, go there to learn to go deal with people and nalaba bagula ngakhona, nokufuna ukuthi bagula ngani, mekuthi uthwasela ubungoma, mekuthi uthwasela ubunyanga, ufuna ukuthi umuthi ukuthi ukhishwa kanjani. You know, you go to learn these things. So for me, it's just that when you guys come and, for example, those that have come here and told me their stories, and I listen, I'm like, I but, and you get like, I think, I hope what's in job and my videos, you can actually tell ukuthi mozela ekhaya awuzile ukuzoncenga uzolashwa. You know, I'm not here to baby you. I'm not here to comfort you. I'm here to fix what needs to be fixed. I'm here to heal you and heal your ancestors, you know. So if you've done wrong, own it, because awukwazi ukulashwa ungaka recognize ukuthi wenza iphutha. You know, it's like when I do cleanses, right? I always like, because it cleanse when you've done abortions, and then when it cleanse yokuthi ushonele umntwana. It's one cleanse, but it's there's adjustments kwinkulumo oyikhuluma empephweni. You know, mawubika emsamo ubika the one child uyibika njengomuntu nje oshonele, then the other child mokuthi umuntu owakhipha isisu ubika with remorse, ubika with an apologetic heart and spirit. Yabo, ucela uxolo. So when you are not honest, for example, even noma kuthiwa mina ngiyakubona ukuthi wena ukhipha isisu, ngizokubikisa lento wena ozongitshela yona. Yabo, I'm not gonna be like, hi, this is what you did, because I've learned people when you keep going back and forth with me, mengithi wena ukhipha isisu uthi hayi usikhipha. You know, leyo nto idala ukuthi idlozi lihle kube nolaga. So I learned ukuthi, you know what, if usay usikhipha, it's fine. Asibike lento oyishoyo. Without fail, things happen. Without akambi, ingane izakambi. But because wena you chose not to be honest, so sayibika ingane njengengane eshonile naturally, instead of ukuxolisa sibika ngendlela. Yabo sincenga umntwana ukuthi asondele kahle azoletha indlu, because you didn't want ukuthoba inhliziyo yakho and be honest. There's no shame in healing. You know, when you've done, like, we're not perfect, sabantu. You know, there are things that we go through in life that take us through certain decisions and take us through certain choices. So when we've made mistakes, we own them and we go through them and we speak about it. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to be healed properly if you're not honest. You know, you're not going to get what you need to get if you're not honest. So Intwaso is that sensitive. If you're gonna go through it with dishonesty, iwena ongcolisa idlozi lakho manje akusakhuluma ukuthi uhamba nedlozi elibi, iwena wenza idlozi lakho libe libi because ulifaka edakeni. Ulfundisa to lie and be deceptive, instead of to accept wrong and then apologize for wrong. Likhanye masithi akube kuhle kube mhlophe kanti sithini, masithi makhanye yithoni le I think it's Tswana or Sotho. Likhanya something. Where it speaks about love and light. Kanti that was bad, all that was done pambilini, all that was, you know, unplanned, everything that shouldn't be, we shared it before. Poison. We need to shed accordingly. So izinto zizokhanya. Mkhumule ilvesa. So there are things and Lendo, it doesn't work like that. I can tell you, and I'm saying this now, Jobu poisonous. After me being a Sangoma, sing Twasil, I went through so much, and especially the difficulty when it came to me and my pregnancies. And it taught me one thing: being a healer. Yeah, being a healer doesn't fix your problems, but it equips you in order to. Just to the first time it happened was after my second born. So it was my second born was born in 2014. So in 2016, I carried a son to term. The day he was supposed to be born, wakhala uqhu eswini. When I got to hospital, that was the first time. Then after that, ngangen Intwaseni. Soon after ngiphothula Intwaso, the following year, ngaba pregnant, amawele, yabo. So I was pregnant with twins. Meet amawele, things were happening. Ngiyakhonjiswa. Ukobela wami could have fixed and dealt with it, but she didn't, which is a whole other thing. But I went through a loss nalapo, close to term. Amawele ami ngise King Edward Hospital. Benzi scanny, they couldn't see ukuthi ingane zuthu. But ingane biyodwa and isiphumile ingane. Because I got there ngabo 7 next and I was bleeding. So I got there, I was bleeding at 7 in the morning. Ngaze ngasiwa ngabo 8 kanje ebusuku. But hayi akusekho ngane eswini bacala ukuthi njengoba kade ngibleeda through the day iphume yonke emahlwili and all of that umntwana. So akusekho lutho eswini. Banika amaphilisi right ukuthi ngagoduka bathi hayi no goduka ngoba akusekho lutho. Mengifika ekhaya sifike endlini ngabo past 8 8:45. Ngatshela uShabalala ngathi mkhulu hayi ngicela undlale khona into so ngayindlala le nto ngathi athatha uplastic omnyama angidlala embedeni nangempela went into labor. Lasho laphumiwe lesibili kwasho waphuma umzanyana. Mengithethe fonela ukugobela ngathi ayi nasi simo ke wangeza kushabalala ke wangeza ke bleeding like a mess wangeza kushabalala and then the following morning fonela ukugobela ngathi this is the situation ngathi ugobela ayi ingane angifake kwinto lezi bese ngiyingcwaba. So that's what we did, sayingcwaba ke ingane. So this is after now sing Twasile ngisangoma. I went through a depression after that. Yimlo aglaleki, yim nama sleeping pill. Hayi ngathi ngithi hayi ngakhumula iphandla zami. Khumula ukuhlali wena everything. Ngakhumula ngabeka phansi. Mengibeka ke phansi ngafaka container nginayo mangayifaka phakathi ngavala ngathi yabo lento omngoma can't idlozi lami lingenze kanje can't idlozi lami lingenze kanje baya phansi that night angilalanga and then ngilokhu ngizama ukuthatha ama-sleeping pills hayi angilali kushabela gcine sengiphucele wawachitha. I think I had taken at that point I think about 10 but yeah, so I think at about 10 yeah, so I think ngabheka-ke wena sleeping pill nginokuthi ngilala hayi ngibhekile ngamehla awukuthiwa namehla amadala or something like that ngibhekile-ke mina ngo-6 ekuseni uma ngifonele hayi bo nangumuntu engena la uthi uzolashwa lapho like sengihlala emzini and indaba yokulapha nje mina ngangisengiphumile nje kuleyo department you know into ethi healing hayi lalela bese ngisuthi so ngathi nje ay ngiyama kanti hayi lalela wena khona ngo-6 lapha ade ngidlela ama-sleeping you understand angilalanga hayi ngithi hayi mangeke wathi ulalo muntu uthi nje uze kuwena udinga unenkinga ephuthumayo yimi lo ushabala I think sa driver ne shame mod thathi up all the way home ngamhlola umuntu lalela nganithatha ngambeka and then left after that the healing and I'm just like but like I'm not okay you know I'm not okay and I don't want to talk about it like I'm not okay yimlo crying every day but at the same time nanga amadlozi la awasekho kuleyo department ukuthi mina I went through what and you know I need space afuna ukulashwa hayi ngathi ukuthoba inhliziyo after that I was ngangifakeni ngangijova noma ngenzani at the time angisengifakile loop nayi angijova oh ngamitha-ke after that ngaphinda ngamitha-ke so after the twins ngimisa hayi bazalwane sekuzofika i-10 phela fanele kutetwe ngane shonile number 3 na-ke lo so umfana wami wokuqala amawele eyesithathu kwakuyintombazane yashona ngathi ngifaka ilubhu manje I can't take this you know because for me I just felt some type of way about to keep isibeletho so ngathi ngicela ukufaka ilubhu hayi angilapha ngakanje after that baby ngalapha methithithi ngiphuma ekulapheni ngangoma period ngaphuma ekulapheni ngashabala I'm telling you I'm pregnant awushabala njani ngathi I'm pregnant hayi bazalwane nangu poison ngathi nje yabona ke manje because I've lost 3 I can't do this again so what I need to happen amadlozi need to make me understand how do I keep this child alive because angikwazi ukulokho ngcwaba ingane mina you know it's something I just can't do so ngathandaza ngaqasa qahamba abantu sihambe sihlole because phela sine stress nasi sisu sila and sidinga ukuthi ke si check ukuthi like how do we keep this child alive hayi phehla thandaza bangikhombisa ukuthi no ngikhulela umfana ngikhulela umfana this is how I'm going to keep him alive you know this is how I'm going to keep him alive so I did that I followed imithetho yedlozi and 2 weeks before kufanele ngidede ngaba nephupho kuthiwa isikhathi sifikile hamba esibhedlela so ngaye esibhedlela 2 weeks before kufanele ngiyodede ngaye esibhedlela they did a transfer for me for Albert ngayodedela Albert ngoba ngangisengiyi high risk phela situation. Yabo. And then whew, I went after the looting situation. The day I figure spell bazama yonke. I got to hospital that day. Blood pressure, it's 140, it's 150, it's one. But no, awugoduki. That night, bangifaka drip, hawulela, blood pressure, BP, shawo 160, 170. Exchange, but fine, get that lengani. Wapuma that day, boys, in the, yeah, on the Wednesday. Because I figure Tuesday. Wednesday morning, mom keep her, so here he is. So the point I'm trying to make, I still went through izinto ezazingisinda mina ezaziyi-challenging mina that I had to wait idlozi ukuthi likhulume nami yabo likhulume nami lingichazele ukuthi why and how do I fix, you know, after all after all that I had been through and after all that I had done for idlozi lami, still I'm having to go through challenges. Ayikho into aso eblocke inkinga, ayikho ubungoma okubhlokha inkinga. You go through this so that that thing that needs to be fixed within you gets fixed and gets healed. Angisho ngingasho fixed but healed. Le nto fanele ilashwe kuwena ilashwe. The mistake that has been made. Ngene find abantu abantu ebona ukuthi hayi yazi kahle kahle where I call it ukuhlulwa idlozi lakho usubona ukuthi fanele uthwale because now ufuna le Mercedes, nawe ufuna ukuba nayo le double story, nawe ufuna ukubhiza ukuhamba uye ko Dubai uhamba untanta South Africa, instead of waiting and being patient with idlozi lakho, you know, because khona abantu abangena edlozini benomnotho ne be right financially, khona abanye abangena entwaseni like me bangene behluphekile and then imali came with intwaso, you know, yeah, to cover all that needed to be covered for me. Yabo. So khona abantu that get imali through intwaso yabo, you know. And then mase sebephothulile, sometimes they go through a dry spell, sometimes you go through a bacon taste kanjani iyayivuma kanjani, but unfortunately it's one of those things I've had to give up for the rest of my life. I can never eat pork again. Yeah, but and that's okay. So I think ilento ukuthi sesina akukho kulapha ozokulapha in 3 months ukuthi when it comes to intwaso, you know, because kuningi okuzombuleleka okuzovela ukuthi fanele ukuthi makulunge, yayibona, and then you fix the quality, yabo. Khona ungabusaba nezinto ezikuhluphayo ukuthi ulokhu udinga mana ufanele kumlaphi 2 minutes ufanele kumlaphi, you know. So there are things that you can fix to the point where ngeke sakuhlupha anymore, yabo. So if uyinikile ukuthi it's gonna take as long as it takes, but uzophuma uphumelele, you know, and uzophuma uvuthiwe esimeni sakho somoya, then you do so. But if you're going to go into these notions of trying to become 2-minute noodle healers and become 2-minute noodle, you know, intwasos and all those things, lezo zinto, it only backfires. And then usuyakhala ukuthi you spent 50,000, you spent 100,000, you spent 60,000. Like, hey, imali enfeni ngitshele ngazo, yo, uyayazi wow. A wow. So for me, it becomes defeating. Yabo. The only thing that I know of yesithunywa. But futhi makuthi unedlozi, please don't come and say to me, ngoba I've had people even bangisendela WhatsApp bathi gogo ngiphakamise isithunywa ngiyazi ukuthi nginedlozi but isithunywa isona ngathi right sokwazi ukuthi silungise. No. That's not why siphakamise ithunywa. Khona ibonakalise ezoba khona eyishoyo uma kuthi unesithunywa nedlozi ezithi asiphakamise isithunywa kuqala, you know, but khona izimo ezidala ukuthi sithi no, we have to sikhuphule both, yabo. You as a person can't say njengami as uthandiwe, I can't say to somebody no ngizokhuphula isithunywa so shidlozi. It's not my choice. Now as a person, as uThobani, as uNhlakanipho, as uMbali, as uThobani, whatever, whoever that you are, you can't come and be like, I'm ukhuphula isithunywa. Because you're gonna go to a healer athi hayi ngikhubulela isisunya idlozi ngizobuya ngibone hayi lalela lenza mahure ilona umlaphi athi kulungile athi 15,000 ukhiphe usuwena manje lo usuxakekile usunezinto ezingahambi kahle uhlezi unganamali and all of those things and you're like hayi ngakhubulela isithunywa kodwa manje kuwukuthi but you did it as a choice. Lento yentwaso is not a restaurant where ungapika off the menu ukuthi no awu shabana ukuthi ungaba nemoya ehlukene but it doesn't always mean ukuthi fanele uyithwasele yonke. Mina ngifanele befanga ngithwasa umakhosi ngithwasela but nginomzawo ne and there are things so ukuhlola ngiphiwe ukuhlola nangamathambo and all of that. Ushabala unomakhosi efanele athwase but he recently I found out that unobucamagu so kunezinto there that needs to also be fulfilled but intwaso yakhe imile ukuthi ubumakhosi you know so it doesn't always mean ukuthi just because you find out that you are something that you need to twasa that thing and the other thing and that shoot when uzowatwasa wonke my initiation you're gonna keep going and getting initiated and I know that there are people that do it but that's not my business but okwami on my channel and on my little understanding that I have not everything that you have needs to be initiated you initiate your core and then eminye imoya uyayiphakamisa eminye imoya udlela iy'nkamba zakhona or however the person that is doing it for you does it and then into yakhe khona ukuthi mayikhanye ilunge uyayibona otherwise we're going to find ourselves doing everything all the time and our whole lives will be an initiation that just never ends you know and as much as ufunda uzuyofa but you don't initiate uzuyofa you know there's a space for that that I don't feel like it is something that Idlozi would demand of you but that's for me and based on what I came to understand so yeah I think I have to end this live now just quickly go through my message in Togoza. Please save this live. Yes, I will save it. Moni Palut Togoza Kaka often see your live videos and but I'm based in Johannesburg because of Moni Togoza Kaka Togoza Moni Palut Togoza Kaka Togozani so ngiyat before you nokuthi ke abantu that sometimes abanamadlozi abafanele bakhuphele ithunywa you have to note it's extreme circumstances when you need to hold off ukuthi wenze into zakho zedlozi ukhuphule isithunywa because kushuthi kushuthi kunesisindo esikhona when it comes to abantu bakhuphuzisa so babona ukuthi kuze kuqale kulunge kuqaqeke fanele through you need to go through isithunywa Shala. But yeah, please no calling me at 8:30 and 8. In fact, after 6. More good con hlala phezu kwendaba. Gogo nginenkinga ukuthi ngicela ngisiza or whatever. Uvela uhlala phezu kwendaba nje mozo WhatsApp after 6. You know, let's be very clear on that because I do go through my messages. Mengibona ukuthi into urgent, I attend to it. But nje i-call hayi cha. Bazalwane, I cannot. So ngicela sihloniphane nje kuleyo ndawo. And thank you all for your constant support and uthando and your positive messages. And nje gonke, I think I have very responsive people. And you always send me positive messages and I appreciate it so much. And I'll be launching my Impande collection soon, especially for people that have struggled, that struggle with normal clothes, and would love you know, So I'll be posting some of it on my Instagram and my Facebook, and then yeah, that will be launched soon. Ngizonazisa when, so your support will be so please make sure you book early. Angifuni mina umuntu ozongifikela ngomhla ka 12 December ethi ucela ukule kuleyo ndawo. Thokozani, kube kuhle kube mhlophe, and we shall continue this conversation soon.